in the thumbnail.
Who's B. Arthur?
From Golden Girls.
What?
What's her name?
Hey, don't add this to Facebook. Are we live? Great. Welcome to the Retro Ranger Wrap-Up. We have a new look, a new team, and we are ready to go. I am Joe. This is Daniel, and that's Elle.
Hi.
T.
What's up?
How is everybody? I've seen all you guys pretty recently, actually. I'm not gonna lie. So first of all, before we get started on talking about the episode, we do have a few things to discuss. Number one is the THS Hashtaggers group. You can join that on Facebook. That's THS Hashtaggers. That helps keep the conversation going. It helps talk to all the other fans that are involved in our fandom. And we also have the T Public Store, which has cool shirts in it like this. Good job at sporting some T Public gear.
If you know what's good. Just saying, guys.
That's a good shirt. And we also have the Super Chat feature, which is right down here. It's a little button that helps support the show. Yes, we are bringing back the Retro Ranger Wrap-Up. And Elle is our newest member of the team. And before we get started, what's your experience with Power Rangers? Because we have a lot of diehard Power Ranger fans in here.
Yeah.
Okay.
No pressure, though.
Mine's super limited. I just know from the first, I guess, iteration of Power Rangers.
So the one that we're watching.
Yeah, and that's it. I got to the first movie where they changed into regular animals, and I was like, yo, I'm out. I like the dinosaurs.
Dinosaurs were cool, but now we're gonna see if we can find a whole new level of respect for the series as it goes on.
Oh yeah.
All right.
With everything. Daniel obviously knew. We stopped episode 38 with Kelly. And Kelly was still on board to get back on track with the Ranger wrap up.
Wait. If you could pick a Ranger, what color Ranger would you be?
Well, depending on your personality, who would you be?
Oh man, personality is kind of hard, but always Yellow Ranger.
Really?
Yellow Ranger.
Trini?
Of course, Trini.
Trini gets punched by Tommy, you know that, and that was really weird.
Not in real life.
Not
in real life, but it was. I love that scene. That's why I always reference it. It's the only hilarious to me. It was because it was like he showed up inside of their cockpit when he was evil, the evil, Green Ranger, and then he was like, "Yeah!" She just happened to be the one that took the hit. So she was right there. She did. She took the hit, and her head hit the dashboard and fell off and sparks. I'll never forget it. I was like, never forget.
So, Trini, it would say you're most relatable to her?
I think so, because I think representation too, being young, growing up, and it's like, yes.
And Daniel, you said...
come on, yeah, it's Zach. Exactly. Same exact reason. I have all the colors.
Except?
Because he's not in the episode, so I didn't wear a green one.
He was in the episode.
Well, yeah, but he's not the Green Ranger.
He's not the Green Ranger,
he shouldn't even be wearing green while he's there.
Why?
Because he's no longer the Green Ranger.
He's not the Ranger.
That's it.
All right, so I think if I was a Power Ranger, I would be...
I'll take all these off. I can't take this.
I don't know. I don't know if any of the first season guys really fit who I am.
But if you had to pick one.
Green.
Okay.
Yeah. I wouldn't be Jason. Jason's too much of a Oh, look, we got our first super chat from MJ Spud she says, "Damn, she cute. I'm sorry, I'm rude. Welcome." That's talking about you.
Who's it then?
MJ Spud.
MJ Spud. Oh, wow. Is he Scottish? Irish? What is it? MJ, what are you?
Michael J. Spud.
You got a brogue. I don't know if it's Scottish or if it's Irish. Anyway, you've got a guy that's got a brogue that thinks you're cute. So congratulations. Well, like that. They speak with that kind of accent that's like Irish or Scottish. I don't want to do it because then it's gonna be like, oh, you're completely insensitive. I'm not Dave Chappelle, so I'm not doing it. No. Whoa. There you go. See? Whoa. Completely insensitive. Completely insensitive.
That was a leprechaun.
No, that was a leprechaun. That was. And that's Irish.
Wait, how do you know that's a leprechaun?
That's what leprechauns sound like.
Oh, my lucky charms.
Let's take a step back from that one.
We didn't have the regular Ranger wrap-up yesterday.
No, we didn't. Not at all.
We had conflicting schedules. You can stop now.
Okay, I'm sorry.
So we didn't do the regular Ranger wrap-up, but we do have Power Ranger news. Do we have Power Ranger news? Do we have comments from last week?
We have Lupin Ranger news, and that's it. Sentai news?
No, I don't know. I guess we don't have any news.
No, okay.
So we're just going to talk about the episode. What'd you guys think, Doomsday? So you know what? One thing I noticed right off the bat about this episode is that I almost felt like this could have been a season finale. Like, it not only did it... Oh, look, we got another...
Oh, the two-parter? Yeah, that's true.
Well, we got another super chat by Larry Newbill. Nice shirts. Daniel and Joan, welcome, Elle. So it almost felt too like, hey, if this show ever gets canceled, this is the stopping point. Because at the end, he's like, hey, you guys got another decision to make. Do you want to stay on as Power Rangers or leave?
That is true.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, that is.
So it's very much like, I almost felt like this could have easily have been this whole season's finale.
That's true. That's true.
But then they decided, no, we need more Green Ranger.
Yeah, exactly. Well, because people wanted him. It was like, dude, he's gone. And it was just horrible. Because watching the episode, trying to remember everything, and then catching up, like you were saying yourself, trying to like, okay, hey, wait, what's going on? Where's the Green Ranger?
Yeah, and who's powering these Zords? Like,
yeah,
wait, why does Jason get 3? He's been a little greedy, in my opinion. But
Wait, do you like Jason?
He's all right. I mean, I like them all.
Because we were talking about this, and one of our old cast members, DJ, was a big Jason fan, and our real life relationship too. It is Austin St. John and
Jason
JDF.
and Tommy.
It's Jason and Tommy in real life. But he was a bigger Jason fan, and I'm more of a Tommy guy because I'm just more like that. But the one thing I noticed though was that with Jason, I felt like he wasn't like the best of competent leaders. Like he was kind of even in this episode.
He's a teenager, man. Cut some slack. Like Zordon just came
Hey,
down
but
and
so
like,
was
hey.
Tommy. Tommy was a teenager too when he took over.
With an attitude, though.
But
that's what he got.
Oh, look, we got
Jason
another super chat by MJ Spud. I'm a gentle Englishman. P.S. I love your name, Elle.
Thank you.
You can find her on Instagram at. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's L.T because I try to make it complicated with punctuation.
But spell T. You got to spell T.
Oh, T-E-A.
Yeah.
E-L-L-E.T-E-A.
It's in the comments below. Just check it out there. It's in the
Englishman. Shout out. Never mind.
So one thing I also did notice too was that like Jason is like, hey, well our Zords are at like 20%. Well, we got to go fight, and Billy's pretty much like, wait, what?
No, man.
He's like, nah. And then Zordon pretty much tells him, this is a bad idea.
Dude, but the whole 12-hour charging thing, I didn't know that was a thing.
Yo, I didn't know that.
Right?
I do remember seeing this episode, and I don't remember. Like, I was like, whoa, the Megazord lost an arm. The arm of the Megazord. Right? Like, I was like, what the hell?
Oh, God. It's so true. Like, there are so many things watching this one. It was like, oh, man, I didn't remember this.
Honestly, I thought it was for some reason, I remember when I was younger, I was like, I didn't like this episode, but I was like, this episode's not terrible. Like, it's bad. It's pretty good. There's like a lot in it that I was like,
floating head.
Oh,
Lokar.
He was introduced.
Like, used frost breath once, and it was super effective, and it never showed up again.
I don't even think they beat him.
Yeah,
he just disappeared.
It just disappeared with the rest of them.
He just showed up with, and then I'm gone. And it was like, wait, what's going on?
Right? Like,
and we never see him throughout the rest of the series. Am I right?
You know what? Funny enough, he appears in the Boom Studios comics.
Really?
Yeah, Lokar is he's supposed to be some big. Well, there's like this whole. You guys know? Are you familiar with the Lord Draken stuff?
I am.
Lord Draken is all right. So pretty much the story is that what if Tommy never went back to being good and he just stayed bad, and he becomes this character named Lord Draken, which is pretty much like this post-apocalyptic like Power Ranger thing where he's like the king, and like when all this happens, when Rita's like using Lord Draken to attack, Lokar is one of like the big villains that like takes out the Power Rangers.
Then why didn't he do anything in this episode?
That's what I'm like, wait.
He just disappeared.
By the way, did you also get the vibe that Goldar was calling the shots in this episode?
Well, he was supposed to be piloting what is that?
But he's like he's giving
whatever.
Rita orders. He's like, Rita, get us out of here. Bring me my Zord. He definitely
does. Actually,
and then at the end of the episode, Rita, like, he's like, Rita, get us out of here. And he's like, Rita's like, never tell me what to do ever again.
Yeah. Well, she let him do it up to that point. Like, all right, you know what? I'm going to give you this line.
Goldar was pretty effective as the big bad guy for the most part.
He's a general. He should be effective. Like, that makes sense. Goldar's supposed to be a general in her army. He should be able to call the shots during war times, during battles and everything. So I think that's why she was letting him do it. But then right after, well, you failed. Now don't tell me what to do.
Yeah, you can easily tell that this was definitely like a finale style episode. Because it even wraps up like almost everything.
It does.
Like they have their celebration. They're like, hey, do you guys want to be Power Rangers again?
We got both
and they accepted it willingly this time
yeah.
instead of just being like, hey, we teleported you here.
Yeah.
Rangers.
It's a great
Hey,
point.
we kidnapped children,
Yeah.
and now you're Power Rangers. We're not doing it that time.
It's a great point. But I think that, I don't know, something definitely happened where they're like, yeah, we need to keep going. Or
Definitely.
we have a lot of episodes.
So you feel like when they hit that, they were just like, all right, yeah, Episode 40 was supposed to be it.
Well-
But we got fan base, so we're going to keep going.
Listen, if you're making money, you're making money. But
Yeah.
you got to think about this. I was just looking on Netflix. The first season is 60 episodes.
Yeah, my God.
But then you got to also realize
What?
that they were coming on not once a week, every single day.
They were?
It was like Monday through Friday.
Dang.
Yeah.
I didn't even remember.
It was
that.
what back in the day those were
you used to have
called.
to rush home.
Yeah, those were called they're called strip shows because you watch them daily.
Yeah.
Actually, I think that they aired 6 times a week, Monday through Saturday. But I think
Saturday mornings too.
Yeah, because I remember the Green Ranger saga started. I actually think
Wasn't it a nighttime or PM thing?
no, that was the premiere of the second season. Was a primetime thing. Okay. But I do want to say that the Green Ranger saga was. I want to say that it was like all 5 parts on a Saturday.
What?
If I remember correctly, or maybe not. I remember correctly, though, I do remember watching multiple parts on Saturday. Because the only reason I know that is because I bought the Green Ranger toy, and the Dragon Zord tickets came together. However, when I bought it, the Green Ranger wasn't even like a character yet.
Yeah.
So it was weird. And actually, that was my first Power Ranger. That and the Red Ranger were the first 2 I ever bought.
I remember the shield. That shit was so dope.
The shield, yeah.
Take it off, and we put it on other Rangers all the time. They would just take it off, put on this, and take it off, put on that.
Superhuman Samurai 1 says, I'm pretty sure Lokar does show up again later on somewhere down the line, and in season 1, and they destroy him too, but don't remember which episode. Lokar, I feel, does show up again also. Like,
because he wasn't destroyed; they just disappeared.
just left.
But
maybe he shows up on the Island of Illusion episode.
My thing is kind of like,
why didn't he like regenerate the Gundam thing?
Yeah.
Hey,
Zord
that Zord that Goldar had was pretty cool.
Yeah,
Dude,
it looked like the
Cyclopsis.
unicorn like Gundam
Yeah.
mixed with like knife head
it was
kaiju. Like,
it was dope.
Oh,
It was
love
dope.
That. It looks so
and that's
good.
why I was like, oh man, this is great. Like, and you haven't used it for what 10,000 years or just 1,000?
10,000
Yeah,
years. Yep,
10,000
10,000 years.
10,000 years.
But then
That's pretty crazy. They
Lokar
never
just
bring that back.
regenerate it.
What's that?
Why didn't Lokar just regenerate it again?
Again.
I mean, like, hey, we did it once for part 1. Let's do it again.
Let's do it
for part
again.
3,
And then
part
after,
5, 6.
yeah, exactly. Now let's
point.
just tear it up. Like, okay, they may have won this time. Now we know what not to do, and
And now we know that
Bring
the
it back.
Zords need to be like powered up. So
yeah,
let's hit
so
them
we'll
again.
beat them up,
hit
and
'em
then
again.
once
Do you guys know
Charge
how many if evil villains besides Lokar and Tommy when he was the Green Ranger, how many Zords, like evil Zords there have been? Because I was just trying to think, like in Power Ranger history, not necessarily because I don't think I don't know if they've had very many evil Zords, but that was pretty cool.
Did Lord Zed have one?
Yeah, Serpentera.
Did Rito have one?
No, I don't believe so.
Rito was Rita's brother.
Yo, we'll get there.
Yeah,
We'll get
yeah.
there in 3 years.
It's like a commando colored like skeleton. It's a long story.
I was really impressed. Also, another thing too is Goldar obviously knows where Power Rangers live, and I always wondered like, how come he just doesn't?
Just step on their house or something, right?
That was so insane. He just showed up like, Rangers. I can't do it. You know. What's
Yeah,
the
but
Ranger
like,
who does
why
it?
not just kill him while he sleeps
My
or something?
thinking, well, come on. That's just too.
Is that too evil?
Kill them when they
That's
sleep.
it.
Like,
Hey, they have standards. That's in bad
That's
taste.
standards, you know. He is he wants to defeat them, but he wants to defeat them in war. He wants to defeat them in combat.
Okay.
He doesn't just want to like shh and just kill each one. That's just dark. Oh,
But even when we're standing in the garage, not even like an
I didn't
attack,
understand
like not even
what was
like
going on there.
not even
He
like a shove. Like,
He
hey,
shows up with his squad and just stood there like, ha ha ha, yeah. Oh.
I will say
and
this
then they're
is
like, it works.
one
No.
of the first times that that Goldar seemed like a really formidable foe.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like
Yes.
we got another super chat. MJ Spud, is it me or does Daniel look like Squat?
Do I look like Spot? Really?
That's what it says. I swear to God. Is it me or does Daniel look like Squat?
Wow. I've seen this. Do I look like Squat? So we were talking about Squat.
Can you do your
earlier.
Squat impression?
I can't. I can only do Babu. I think I only do Babu.
Do Babu.
Oh, boy. You know that's. Oh, Rita. Oh, I'm stupid. Oh, but Squat is like, yeah, that's. But,
Whose are these, by the way?
oh, they're mine. I actually have a whole collection of
Are you
these.
kidding me? These are yours?
There's
Yeah.
so many things wrong with Squat. One, I don't understand what's going on with his aesthetic as far as his clothing.
Well, what is he supposed to be?
His
I
S&M.
don't know. His weird S&M kind of clothing. He has Dusty Rhodes sweats right here, like with the little dots. He has a horn or some kind of thing protruding out of his helmet.
Yeah. So what's the point of the helmet?
There you go. Don't understand. He has a shield, but the shield is on his shoulder.
Good spot,
on
yeah.
the back. And they give him a gun in the toy, and I'm trying to figure out when have we ever seen him do anything? Right? He doesn't do anything. He's there to, like, you know, kind of make everyone else feel good and get stuff. He gets stuff for Finster and stuff like that. You know,
maybe he got the gun for someone then. Like
maybe.
I don't think Squat. I mean, I don't know. I feel like Squat is just in a bad situation. He's not necessarily a bad guy. He's just he just got caught up with the wrong people.
He got caught up with the wrong people.
Like, it doesn't seem like he's really that menacing or a bad guy. He's like, oh, let's just get out of here. But like, he's just caught up with the wrong crowd.
No,
Maybe Babu is his longtime friend. And like, hey, let's join this thing.
And then
You gotta think they're the equivalent. They're Bulk and Skull to Rita.
Oh,
They're the equivalent. They're the same thing.
Nice.
Yeah, I like
So,
that. I like
okay.
that.
Maybe, I mean, and Bulk and Skull aren't
Okay.
necessarily, and like later on as we progress, they seem like bullies, but Kelly brought up a great point, we did this a long time ago, Bulk and Skull just wanted to fit in with the rest of the guys.
Yeah, that's what I thought about this episode too.
Yeah,
I kind of
they
wanted
put
to
on
have
the
like a
suits.
little moment of like triumph to be like, no, they are superheroes, and the kids are mocking them and stuff. I was
Yeah.
like, you kind of want them to be able to step up, have
Yeah, see,
opportunity
those
to.
kids, I don't know, those kids in Angel Grove are horrible kids. They really are, because it's like, you
What
know.
are your superpowers?
Yeah,
Right?
don't ask me questions.
Kids are so
I got a
mean.
suit, what do you got? Nothing. So shut up, you know? Like, it would have been one of those.
Yeah, I think that Squat and Babu are the equivalent to Bulk and Skull for Rita.
That makes
Same
sense.
thing.
The whole time, now when you see it as a whole picture.
Even
it
the
makes complete
aesthetic.
sense.
Yeah.
right?
All right, so let's go to some of the comments real quick. Whatever happened to Squat and Babu? I don't think they died. You know what?
Oh, we know what happened
Funny
to
enough,
Babu.
We do know what happens to Babu. We're gonna write an article about this on Hashtag Show.
Yeah.
Babu is actually seen in Power Rangers SPD as like a homeless homeless
he's
monster.
like a jacket.
So when that
on.
Zordon wave hit and everybody turned good, Babu just lost everything. So maybe, just maybe, he had a better life with Rita.
Just maybe, because, he wasn't homeless.
He wasn't
Yeah,
homeless.
he wasn't living
He
in
wasn't
an
homeless.
alley, so think about that. That's what happened. I don't know what happened to Squad, though. Squad, he disappeared and...
Red Ranger
joined
241
that
says
hashtag show.
Bulk and Skull become heroes in Power Rangers in Space. That is true. That's cool too, because that is that long payoff you get. But then once they get to Power Rangers Zeo also, like you get to see them like they were actually friends with the Rangers. Like there's an episode where Skull is like playing a piano and he's really good at it and he thinks Bulk's gonna make fun of him. And then Adam, who was the current Green Ranger at the time, is like, hey, like, you're great, man. Why don't you like play in front of everybody? He's like, well, Bulk would make fun of me. He's like, no, I think you might be wrong. I think he would actually like to hear you play. And then like Bulk's like so proud of him in one episode. Like it's like
That's so sweet.
they
Oh my God.
actually do get really good character development later on. I mean, it's crazy too because I feel like with Power Rangers specifically, from season 1 to maybe all the way to Lost Galaxy, the story progresses as the older you get. And like one of the Rangers dies in Lost Galaxy.
Oh, yeah, that's
man,
true.
that gets
That's
heavy.
true.
And like it progresses with the older you get. Now it's still a kid's show, but it definitely is. The storytelling gets more complicated, and it's cool because it's like you grew up with it to get all these character story arcs. But then it kind of reverts back once you get to some of the later seasons. But I actually think I really like Bulk and Skull like in this episode specifically. Because like they just wanted to be heroes.
Yeah, and they went through that trouble to make their costumes, and they were pretty elaborate in that short amount of time. Like
Yeah,
from the
somebody-
day when they're like, "Hey, we're gonna do this."
I want to see
love Super
the
Skulls. I love Super
suit
Skulls
because it's like Robin. And-
Yeah.
But I want to see somebody cosplay those. That
Oh,
Bulk.
that would be super
genius.
good.
That would be so cool.
That would be a deep cut. Like, seriously, you do that and somebody's going to be like, oh, if they recognize it, congratulations. Here goes, like, you win a lottery ticket or something.
Another super chat. MJ Spud. Maybe Squat died of diabetes beforehand.
That would make sense.
Maybe he's
Because
just born that way. He's not the way he looks.
he's big boned.
Wait, does he have a big nose ring thing?
I said that. I don't understand why.
He was ahead of his time.
Yeah,
That's a
right,
big thing
right,
now.
Right? He had a septum piercing and, oh, God. I don't know. So many things about him.
So, guys, in the chat, we want to hear what you ranked
Course,
episodes Doomsday. Give us a ranking of 1 through 5. 5 obviously being the highest.
Yeah.
Daniel, what do you give those 2 episodes?
Doomsday, I'm going to give 1 and 2 total of 3.
For both episodes or altogether 3?
Yeah.
I'd give it a 4, but
I'm
I
going
haven't
4.
watched a whole lot. But that was super fun.
It was fun. It's so nostalgia. And I think everyone knows this. I hate the Zord fights because I'm not a big Zord guy. I don't like Zords. I don't like
Not a
mechs.
fan.
Obviously
Not
you
a
do.
fan.
You like a gun. You like
Completely
Gundams, don't
hates
you?
it.
Yeah, I'm not a big
Specific
mech
brand.
fan, but I think that this actually was one of the better mech fights because so many unexpected things happened. the Megazord lost an arm. Like, are we like disregarding this?
not-
And that's
yeah.
Zach.
Lost his tail.
That was
Yeah,
Zach's.
yeah.
Zach's part of the Zord.
Yeah.
So
it's
Zach
weird.
must have been like, damn.
Oh man, Zach was interesting though. He was chasing
Angela?
He was just trying to. Oh yeah, well if you were a ranger, he was like, he was
Hold
gonna
up
do
a
it right
second.
there. He was about to hold on. I got this for you. Like he would have revealed everything just for her.
Yeah,
so,
that's.
bravo to Zach.
Yeah, so I kind of dig this episode a lot, actually. I actually do wish, too, that they would have made this the finale, because it makes so much sense. Because the finale is actually oyster stew, which I don't know why I know this, but I do.
Jeez.
But that's the episode where Zach gets the gold shield.
Oh
shield.
yeah.
It's the only reason I really know that episode. And that's such a weird episode to be a season finale, though.
That is
to be
kind of awkward.
Your finale. But then again, I guess when you're younger, you don't really realize what season finales necessarily are. I did with the X-Men, though. I did with the X-Men.
Yeah.
Okay, now let's move on to our next episode, which was called
Rita's Evil Seed.
Rita's Evil Seed. Now, this is your classic Power Rangers episode where they are in school, assigned to a project, and everything goes haywire, and chaos ensues. Guys, give us a rundown of what you thought. What are some of the highlights for Rita's Evil Seed for you?
The little tendrils.
The octopus
yeah.
plant?
I was just like, okay, all right, we'll go for this. This is entertaining because it was just like and they would come out and then you see it just drag across the floor and it was just like, yeah, they still went for it. They still went for it. They played it straight and I was like, okay, I'm in for this episode. I had no problem. Once I saw that, I was like, all right, I'm in.
How about you?
I don't know. I was kind of disappointed by the monster of the week or monster of the day. The little tulip thing, and like there was this line where he was like, "It's made out of vegetables. That's why our punches have no effect." I was like, "Wait, what? What?
Because vegetables are so healthy.
Yeah, and like punching it does nothing. It's like you have lasers set on fire or something. I don't know."
That might be the quote of the week. It's made out of vegetables. Our punches have no effect.
I was just like, "Wait, what?" Like I was kind of down with it until that, and I was like, "Billy, what?" All right.
Billy. Billy is that guy where you just like, drink your milk, eat your vegetables.
I love Billy.
Blah, blah.
You know
Like,
what? Out of all the characters, especially those first 5, I think Billy gets the most progression. Because he goes from a guy that's like super timid, doesn't want to fight, super shy, and then he gains confidence over time.
And then ends up like leaving Earth for.
He ends up almost
right?
leading all them. Like
Yeah.
he becomes the leader at one point, and it's like, man.
Did he marry her? Or,
Yeah, he left Earth.
Yeah, he left Earth for an alien. Like he was, I'm out of here.
Oh, well, good.
Yeah,
for him.
right.
As long as he's happy, that's all that
Yeah,
matters.
that was good. That was a good thing because he was like, I'm done with this. You guys.
Dude, because he's the
Don't respect
smartest
me.
out of all of them. He
Yeah.
can create anything. Like, he doesn't even need superpowers.
I mean, he even,
No.
and that's another thing too, because you probably didn't even get there. But in Power Rangers Zeo, Billy actually graduates like super early ahead of everybody because
wow.
you're like, you already
Yeah,
fulfilled
and
all
then he
your-
works inside of the.
Yeah, because then he's
that's
like,
right.
well, he's kind of like, well, what do I do now? Because I'm clearly smarter than everybody. And then he's like, well, I'm just gonna work in the command center and
Yeah.
like fix up and do all this like
that's
tech
all he
stuff.
did.
all the
That's
stuff
he
that
did.
Alpha can't do on
Yeah.
his own
Yep.
because he's super useless.
Exactly.
Alpha
Alpha's
is kind
so
of
useless.
Alpha kind of really is super useless. Now
Yeah,
that I
he
really
is.
think about it.
That's why I was like, I laughed on the Green Ranger saga where Tommy even felt he needed to put that
Virus
virus
in?
inside him. It was like you could have just pushed him down and be like, all right.
It was like a CD,
would've
right?
been-
Where he's just like in his back and it's like, you have a virus now. It's like, all right, I don't think we lost much.
I don't think we
They
did.
saved him anyway. So
Yeah.
good on them.
But I don't know.
Yeah, Billy's obviously a genius. This episode, though, the highlights, though, the tendril thing was kind of cool.
It was. I don't know. I was like,
I did want to see more Jason with the gold shield, the Tommy shield. 'Cause I don't feel like he used the flute a lot in the
Yeah,
last episode.
yeah,
but
sure.
We don't even get the Dragonzord in this episode, do we?
No. We didn't. Well, they didn't need it. I mean,
Yeah, it's a monster of the day.
we
They're
were
like-
able to
It was
take
like
care of that.
a
in our-
We got another super chat. MJ Spud says, "May I take this chance and say Elle looks abnormally good for her age? I thought you were 23. How old are you?
I am 31.
You're 31.
I'm 31. I'm going to be 32 in a few months.
Wow. Hold on. You guys want to know how I met her? This is actually a fun story. We met through friends, obviously.
Yeah.
But this was years ago. She was a bartender at a karaoke bar that we used to go to when we were a lot younger.
Yeah.
in our wild days. And she was our bartender there. She hooked it up with the drinks, but funny enough, she's allergic to alcohol.
I am.
She gets this. I have seen you drink though a couple times, and
Super red, but then more than just Asian glow, it's like I'll break out in little bumps and get itchy.
so I just learned this last week. Did you know that all Asians are actually allergic to alcohol to some extent?
To some extent,
Really?
yeah.
That's why most Asians have the Asian glows, because it's an allergy reaction.
Mm-hmm.
Some people don't express it, I guess.
Like
though.
me?
Yeah.
But I'm only half Asian,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I'm a half breed.
But even like other like full Asian people I know, like they don't get red or.
No, those are alcoholics.
Yeah, well,
I'm just kidding.
fully functional.
But yeah, that's a fun fact for all you guys. She's actually just joining our team now, and she's not only on this show, she's going to be on the Doctor Who show sometime down the line.
Whenever it starts airing
Yeah, yeah.
again.
But this is going to be a fun show for you because it's going to be recapturing your childhood nostalgia.
It is super nostalgic, and just the storylines alone where I was like, man, I thought this was the coolest stuff, and as an adult I'm like, wait, what is going on
So
here?
I was just having this debate last night. Is that with Rob, who was on After Dark with me, and he's on our Star Wars show, and he does Disney. He doesn't like The Last Jedi because of whatever reason, and I was telling him, well, I don't like God, I can't remember what it was, but it was something, and I was like, it doesn't. Oh, Spawn. We were talking about Spawn. I was like, it doesn't hold up like now. Doesn't look as good. He's like, well, can't you just like let it be like your childhood nostalgia? And I was like, it's the
Can
same
you do
thing.
the same thing for Star
Yeah.
Wars?
Huh?
Can't you do the same thing for Star Wars?
Yeah, it was exactly the same thing. I mean, listen, this is a whole tangent that I went on. McDolly was live streaming this,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
we were like arguing
No, but
after
but
3
the
hours.
thing is, with Power Rangers, yes, I feel that I do at least. I let it go to an extent, but yeah, I will laugh at some things. Like, wait a minute. Like, once again, the giant floating head that showed up, that's not the problem. That I accept. That's Power Rangers. You let
Yeah.
it go. But we didn't get a real true introduction to him. He just, I'm going to bring blah, blah, blah. And then he shows up on Doomsday.
Oh.
He just shows up and big head, he blows, brings, and then and he goes away. And that was it. And I was like, what,
It does make you feel, though, that this
what-
Lokar character either was a big deal in the Sentai,
That's what
Yeah.
I think.
or he was meant to be a bigger deal here, or just one of those things like, hey, we're not going to touch on this. They're not going to pay attention.
And I don't think I did as a kid. It's like I don't remember any of that.
No, I don't-
So
I don't
You
remember
just
all
accept
time.
it, like okay, they're defeated.
Yeah, I
Yay.
really
It would have
do
been
not
interesting,
remember.
though. What if they were setting up that was like the big bad villain instead of Lord Zord?
Was that? Oh, that would have been good.
Because I mean, if that was supposed to be the finale, it can seem that way.
Uh-huh.
That okay, Lokar was this guy that was like this mysterious. But then what do you do? He's a Zordon. He's just a floating
just
head.
floating head.
Like
But he
he's
can
just the
do
reverse
something.
Zordon, and he looked really weird. By the way.
Yeah.
But the with this Rita's seed thing was literally an episode of it's like your progression of episode of the day.
Yeah,
It doesn't really
it
progress the
was.
storyline. It just shows that the kids know how to plant trees,
Yeah.
seeds.
And also,
whatever.
they saw him like plant the seeds in the ground, and they're like buried 6 inches under. They couldn't just like dig that up and be like, all right.
Yeah, well, I guess
done."
we
Well, they
finished
couldn't.
this.
Wasn't there like some electricity over the thing, and Jason couldn't touch it?
Yeah, but then they
Oh,
had
that's right.
shovels. Can't you just shovel
That's
that
true.
out?
That's true.
Like,
That's,
Well, you have
I
to
don't
get a
know.
non-conduct, so rubber.
Oh, okay. Or they're smart. Billy.
Yeah,
Billy can do all
Billy's a
kinds of
genius.
stuff.
Billy's a genius.
Billy could have built
Yeah.
a special shovel.
Yeah, exactly. He's like, all right, got this taken care of now, but then we wouldn't have an
Which
episode.
which character do you think had the biggest highlight in this episode? Was it because it didn't seem like really any of them?
I can't say there was one.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, do you want to say Jason? But no, he didn't. Like you
He
said,
really
It was more of a team episode.
Yeah, yeah.
But does it progress any of their characters at all? Because I feel like it didn't really. It was just more of a. This was like a straight up filler episode.
It
Now,
literally
most
was.
Power Ranger episodes in season 1 are filler episodes, but this is definitely a filler episode.
Okay, all right.
At,
I
at
agree.
best. I mean,
Yeah.
it's back to basics. Hey, this is what happens at school.
Yeah, paint by numbers. It was.
It makes them like seem like teenagers. They have a life outside of being Power Rangers.
That's right.
And
Yeah, I mean that's all it did. It fulfilled that whole need because it was like, what do these kids do? Oh, okay, never mind. They actually do kid stuff, and that was it.
Yeah, because in the beginning you only see them at like the Angel Grove Fitness Center. And
Yeah,
it's like,
like,
wait,
yeah.
are they in school? Or they just work out all the time? Like,
When you look at Jason and you think that, it's like,
I will
like
say
he's
this
roided
though.
out.
That show was really ahead of its time in terms of progression about like recycling and saving the earth, and it's all stuff that's happening, that's taking effect now.
Recycle, reduce, reuse.
It's there was a lot of stuff that was like, oh, we're gonna use organic this, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that.
Yeah, that's right.
So it's well, we
like
got another super
bar.
chat. Larry Newbill just hit me. Babu in squat. Oh wow,
what?
That left for a second. I don't know what all those thunderbolts are. Just hit me that Babu and squat tried to record the battle between Zack and the Nasty Knight, but somehow they got blown up. Remember
really?
Nasty Knight? Nasty Knight was one of the more menacing villains too.
Really? But they got blown up during that?
Yeah, dude, 100%.
Wait, blown up and killed, or just blown up? Because everyone blows up.
Yeah,
at some point.
They just got blown up.
Everybody does blow up at some point. So this one, this episode wasn't like super stellar. It for me, I'm gonna have to give it like I'm gonna have to go 1. It was.
Whoa!
Well, that's pretty.
I mean, it's not my favorite. It doesn't progress anything. It's a monster of the week. Even like the mech bat. This would be ranked higher if they didn't have to use the Zords, because if they would just use their like little gun thing.
Oh my god!
Or whatever it was, put all
their weapons.
Yeah, their
how
weapons.
often do you even get to see their weapons?
That's my point.
Like they get like bestowed these awesome weapons, and I swear they never even.
Yeah, it's like, oh, I've got an axe that I'll never use.
Right, that would have been really good against plants.
It would.
Just
It
like.
would.
Especially, but it's made out of vegetables, and the class has no effects.
So an axe would have no effect because vegetables are strong and healthy.
What are you giving it, Daniel?
Man, I mean, 1 was harsh. So I'm gonna go for something that's least, like a little bit better, and that's gonna be a 2.
That's what I would have went with.
We got another super chat. Can I just say I'm a doctor? I'm a Time Lord. I'm from the planet Gallifrey in the constellation. I don't know what that says.
What?
Castor Boreas. I'm
Yeah,
903 years old. Was that a Doctor Who reference? Yeah.
Yeah, it's all Doctor Who.
Interesting.
He's older than 903 though, because remember.
How old's the Doctor?
That is a good question. I actually don't know.
How old's the Doctor?
I don't know, because now with that whole Capaldi storyline, one time when he was trapped inside the dial, it was almost like.
I think you're joining. You know, did I tell you that you're joining Kevin and Lori for that show?
Yeah.
Lori, sorry. Kevin and Elle for that show?
Yeah, so I was like, dude, I'm in. Because I think, he's like probably $1 million or something. You have to, there's a line they say, it's almost like a throwaway line, but he mentions it like, I was in that dial for like 1,000,000 years, and blah, blah, and I try not to cuss, but I'm Capaldi. That's all.
So wait, so you give it a 2, what do you give it?
I would say about a 2. I don't think it's.
Derek
the worst.
Hervey also has a, super chat. He says, set my Ranger series pitch to Joe on Facebook message. Thank you.
Sweet.
Well, my phone was here at the studio all day, so it's not.
Oh, yeah,
really-
he's not going to be able to.
I was here late. What do you give it?
A 2.
A 2. So we're gonna say it gets a solid. Splitting the difference, we'll say it's a solid 2. I guess.
Yeah, it's a solid 2.
Everyone else thinks it is a little higher. 3.5.
Wow.
Environmental
3.
factor, it's good. It teaches something, you know.
Larry Newbill gives it a 3.4. Robin Chan gives it a 4.5, which is
really?
That's
pretty high. So yeah, it seems like a lot of people, for some odd reason, enjoyed this episode. Maybe they enjoyed it more so because it's the nostalgia factor of being a classic kind of Power Ranger storyline, I guess.
Yeah, but I don't know. For me, it's just like, if it's classic, I still want it to be something where it's like, do you remember this episode? Because if you ask anyone, hey, do you remember this episode? No. People won't until they see it. A classic episode of Power Rangers for me is one where you're like, do you remember that episode when
Zach got the Green Ranger shield?
People barely remember that one.
Are you kidding me? I think everyone remembers that.
Everybody remembers seing Zach wearing it, but they don't know what happened in the episode.
Yeah, man.
He was a villain.
That's easy. You don't remember, really?
It was an oyster or whatever you just said.
But do you remember what happens?
No.
I could tell you what happens.
All right.
They go on a double date. Angela finally goes out with Zach, and Tommy goes out with Kimberly. And he gets her fake pearl earrings.
I remember that.
And the earrings somehow fall into the water, and they dissolve.
Uh-huh.
And then it freezes everybody. And then I think Zach and Tommy are the only ones that don't get frozen by everything.
Mm-hmm.
And they have to go fight the monster. And then Zach gets all messed up with his goo stuff. Tommy gives him his shield and said, my shield will regenerate you. Mm-hmm. And the shield helps him. And then he goes and fights with the shield.
Yeah.
Of course I remember. That's a classic episode.
Yeah, it's true. That's true. But I mean, like, there are episodes where you're just like, okay, hey, well, this one, do you remember this? We'll ask someone 5 days from now. Hey, remember that episode where blah, blah? Nobody remembers it. It's not an episode you remember.
Let's try a challenge. JD, find a random episode title, and I'm going to see if I can remember it.
Ooh.
We're going to put some Power Ranger knowledge to the test.
Oh.
Let's see if anybody
Take
can.
your own test. You're going to take your own test.
Take my own test.
I like that.
Because I think I know. We got another super chat.
Titles? Do they show the titles?
Yeah. And then before MJ Spuddy has another super chat. I think the Doctor is about 2,800 plus years old. Is that true?
Telling you that dial screwed up everything, but even without the dial, he's close.
2800.
Yeah, I'll say about roughly there.
So Rita's older.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Because after 10,000 years,
Yeah.
I set her free.
After 10,000
So she was alive before that.
Yeah, how old?
And we don't know how long
How old
she's-
was she? Yeah, how old was she before that?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, she's
true.
pretty old.
She's looking pretty good though.
Yeah, right.
Did you know also Power
Holds
Rangers
up well.
fun fact, Power Rangers Mystic Force, Rita comes back as the Mystic Mother after
That's
the
right.
Third Wave. and
She's
Curse of
good.
Fifth. Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
True story. Give me an episode title, producer.
The Zordon
Beauty
wave.
and the Beast. Episode 16, season 2.
Episode 16, season 2, Beauty and the Beast.
Something happens with Kimberly.
Now, I
Yeah,
want to
that's
say this is probably wrong, but is it the one where Kimberly becomes Rita?
I'm gonna read the synopsis. I love this. I love this. I know. I just know it's
Drum
something to do
roll.
with Kimberly.
Kimberly becomes
very
Rita and
interesting.
then sets all their buddies free or something,
That's
like
very
because she
interesting
tricks
how
them or
it's like-
something. That could
Yeah.
become. It is.
Woo!
Oh my god! No, you guys planned this ahead of time.
No,
or
how am
something.
I going to plan that? Go
Oh my
do another
God.
one.
That is
That was
crazy.
luck, though.
That is crazy. It's interesting that Beauty and the Beast happened to be one with Kimberly. A lot of like when it comes to the female episode, it's Kimberly and not pretty much Trina.
Trini.
Trina. Wow.
The one thing about Trini
My
though
neck
is
and my
I
back.
actually think that Trini in a lot of the episodes is like the pseudo leader and Jason's not. Because I feel that Trini's the smartest in terms of like logical. She's like, and she's the voice of reason for everything.
I was just gonna say that because there have been moments where she's like, "No, we can't," and they're like, "Okay, all right," but then everybody else.
Trini's also probably the
idiots.
person that's friends with everybody in school though. Like
I can see that,
everybody.
actually. I can see
All right, give
that.
me another one.
Episode 56 on fins and needles.
Oh man, that one's a tough one. Fins and Needles, 56.
Fins and needles. So that means we have a fish monster.
No, this is a for sure. The Green Ranger is in this. You know what? Is this the one where Jason and Tommy have to fight this fish monster, and they end up like it turns them against each other, and then they have to come together and use teamwork to like beat them?
Yeah.
Are you sure? Are you just saying?
I don't know how you're just what.
Is that the actual description? Did you study all
Yeah,
the
right.
I know Power Rangers really well.
I remember how you had to cram. So you
Oh,
could
yeah,
do
yeah, yeah.
stuff,
So-
and now you're like,
Fun fact about Power Rangers, because the only reason why Power Rangers is even on that hashtag show is because JD, back behind the curtain here, was he wanted to cover Morphicon, and we were both big Power Ranger fans growing up, but everybody on our crew was like, no, like I don't want to, we shouldn't cover it. And then JD's like, well, let's just go. We'll bring a camera. If we do interviews, we'll do interviews, right? But I was like, well, I want somebody else to cover it because at the time I was never on the shows. I was just a producer behind the scenes. And Jessica was actually going to cover it. And then I watched every episode, like 812 episodes or whatever it was,
Oh my gosh.
in 3 months. And
To be ready for it.
I remember
Smart.
like thinking like, I can't prep her with all this information. There's no way I can transport this into her
Yeah,
mind.
that's intense.
So then he was just like, well, just do it yourself. And I was like, okay. And then we got there and I was like, yeah, I don't want to do this. And then he was like, well, we got the camera, so we may as well try to do something. I was like, all right, forget it. And then we just did a ton of them, and then it just got super popular. But that was how that happened. Give me another one. Those were luck, though. Because I was fishing.
Pick an obscure title.
Yes,
Something that
yes.
doesn't like give you.
I mean, I'm
any
going to
clues
get
about-
stumped. I'm telling you.
when
I
he
don't
said-
know him as well as you
saw
think
it when
I
he
do.
said, I was like, okay, so there's a fish monster.
Yeah.
I was like, oh,
PETA. Episode 26, season 3.
Rita's PETA.
Mediterranean food.
yeah, right. All right, we definitely know.
Rita's
something.
PETA. I mean, if I had to guess what this is, it's the one where they have a food drive, and everybody has like this. All brings in all these international foods. This might be the Pudgy Pig episode actually, where they feed the pig like radishes or whatever, and he like spits.
No, that's not that episode. Because
Is that not it?
Title something else.
No. What is it?
This is the one where Tommy, I guess he's preaching like healthy eating.
Oh, I remember this episode. Yeah. Remember, there's this kid Danny that he trains, and he's trying to teach the kid like, hey, like this is how you eat healthy.
Oh my god!
Oh wait, that's not that episode. That's not that
No.
episode.
Wait.
Because that's where Tommy's the White Ranger then and just starts eating everything.
Yeah.
That's the episode.
Oh, it is.
Where
Oh,
he
it
starts-
is.
He starts eating everything.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, so Daryl gives us a super chat. MMPR season 1 overall is a solid 3. Season 1's not bad.
Daryl
It's-
is not a
that's
fan
fun.
of. Yeah. So season 3 is okay.
Okay, guys.
Especially for Daryl.
now we don't have what are
Comments
they
from-
called? Comments.
Yeah.
But we can read. No, we're not gonna do that. So we do have a few things to talk about. Power Morphicon. Have you ever been to Power Morphicon?
No, I haven't.
Oh, you're gonna have a lot of fun. It's gonna be in Anaheim this year.
Oh,
it's every
cool.
other year. We are throwing the official after party of Power Morphicon. And the theme is the Angel Grove Prom.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so everybody's gonna be. It's gonna be a prom. We have people asking dates, and it's gonna be a whole thing.
That's cute.
Yeah.
It'll be a lot of fun. But Daniel, do you have a date for the prom?
I don't have a date for the prom.
And you just found out about this.
I just found out about this. So.
You don't have a. So you don't. Oh, we got another super chat.
I don't have a date as of yet.
MJ Spud says Trini. Just saying, Trini was my first crush. All right, so. See, Joe knew Joe knew it. He got it wrong wrong first on purpose. I didn't know it.
See,
but
see, I'm telling you. Yeah, I agree with you. He got it wrong on purpose.
No, I didn't know. I didn't know.
Something's going on here.
All right, so we got the Angel Grove prom, and people have been asking prom dates. We have a few videos that you guys sent in. So let's put. Well, we got one video that you guys sent in because first of all, Jalen Glover sent a video in, but he sent it under some weird.
It's a weird format, unfortunately.
Format.
Jalen, you're gonna have to probably send it again because the format.
MP4. We want
wouldn't
MP4s or .mov.
Yeah.
One of the two would be great. All right, hit it. I think this is from the Gremlin.
No sound.
Lupin versus Potter Ranger first teaser though came out today.
Yeah. I was gonna post that on the hashtag THS hashtag.
Obviously, you had no sound, and we're gonna replay that again eventually. But Derek Hervey sent us a super chat. Lupin versus Potter Ranger first teaser though came in today.
Yeah, man.
Are you able to fix that, or is fixing the audio? We're fixing the audio right now, but that was Carlos.
He is MacGyvering it up there, guys, to make sure we can get that sound out. So
Yeah, he's gonna
just
have to
appreciate it.
That'll be happening.
A lot of work.
When are you gonna do yours? You've been telling me for the last
I
month.
know. Just give it some time. Give it some time.
I gave it a month.
Well, I just need a little bit more. I wanted to
What is
wait.
this?
I wanted to wait until closer to charger. What? Hey! I want to wait till we get a little closer to it, because then it's like I did it now, and now we wait for 5
What if everyone's
months.
taken? You're like,
Oh, well, then no way. Everyone's taken. I don't know. If everyone's taken, I don't know. I'm just gonna. I'll find no one to ask. No, I will find someone, and I will ask, and it will happen.
I'm going with the Power Ranger.
Yeah, that's right. You're going to Sierra Hannah, right?
Mm-hmm. Hey, you want to see something I did for Ciara for her birthday? Nobody else is gonna be able to see this, but you guys can.
Yeah, he's actually going to the prom with a Power Ranger.
So Ciara's birthday is
Yeah, right.
on the 20th.
Happy birthday, Ciara.
What?
Wonderful day. See you soon.
Man.
Are you serious? Oh my gosh! Joe, seriously. Oh, Joe's like, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
man.
Guess who's going to the prom with Ciara? I know what's happening.
Yeah, boy.
Me at the prom. That's it. It's a nailed in. She already said yes, and now you're doing this.
Man, above and beyond.
I
I
know,
like
right?
that.
And beyond.
I make everyone else look awesome.
Yeah, great. Thanks.
I was gonna do one of those for Rebel Wilson for you.
For me, that would have been good if she just said, "Hey, Daniel, happy birthday!" I'm like, "Oh my God, it's Rebel Wilson!"
Are you how's the audio looking?
My comedic adult.
You don't know?
I tried it and I don't know.
You could try it again, but if it doesn't work, stop it. We gotta wait till Josh gets back.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we'll see.
Fingers crossed. You can do it.
Oh, that means that we have a promo for More for Money. We don't know if that's gonna have the audio either.
Oh shoot. Yeah, we'll see. Hopefully we got it all.
You got it. You got this.
I believe.
All right, we're gonna try this. We're gonna try the Gremlins video one more time.
JD,
Let's see what we got.
And this is my Promposal video, and I would like to officially ask Cap Bloodgood to the Power Morphicon Angel Grove prom.
The video
It's getting worse. It's getting worse.
It's getting worse.
The next time you go up, it's gonna be a blank screen. You're just like, I don't know what's going on. One of those technical difficulties. Oh man. Yeah, well.
Nope, didn't work.
Sorry, it didn't.
It worked a little bit.
Worked a little bit. Well, ultimately, who's he asking? Do we know?
Well, I mean, we'll play it again at some point.
We'll play it at some point. It's still a great video to see because Carlos is, he's, a dedicated fan. Watches the show just like you guys do, and it's great to actually see him on camera.
Well, you asked Kat.
So
I guess
he's
that
real.
was the clip of the
I
video.
thought, oh, great! You're just gonna ruin.
Well,
it.
everyone knows it. They heard the part in the video.
Fine.
Oh, okay.
Hey, Kat. So, someone asked you to prom. What do you feel about that, huh?
Now,
She's not in the room.
She's
so
not in
she'll
the
see
room.
it later, and then.
well,
Kat,
we'll probably play it on next week's Ranger wrap up, the regular Ranger wrap up. It'll be back next week.
wow, Kat and Carlos. That's interesting.
All right. So also on Monday, which is tomorrow, we have another Morphin Monday. We have a trailer for that. If it plays the audio, that'd be great. But even if it doesn't, just look forward to it. You can play it though.
And plus, I have so much history into the Power Ranger franchise for the last 25 years. When I talked to Haim at the movie premiere, even the original guys, should come back and do something. Austin, Walter, Dave, it'd be great to see them come back and do something.
One of the biggest appearances you're making next year is going to be Power Morphicon. It's a pleasure talking to you.
Everyone's at the Power Morphicon, and every Ranger, I'd love to get them involved between us, but they got together all years for this cause.
Yo, we are back.
Oh my god.
We were just enamored.
I'm sorry, we were just looking
Just
at
enamored with Mr.
wow,
Jason.
guys, the quality, it was great. It looked good. And the scary thing is, Joe actually shot that right before he came here.
Yeah.
Same
So
shit.
that actually happened. Literally, you guys have no idea.
Jason David Frank just
He's
left.
Yeah, he just left. So that's gonna be a big thing. You guys are gonna see it on Monday.
Tomorrow, the first part of that interview is going to be tomorrow. The following Monday is the second part. It's long. It's about, I think the whole interview in total is somewhere like 30 minutes.
Joe was like Barbara Walters.
So it's like half and
part
half. We split it up. Guys, that is going to be. Well, Daryl says, "Oh, guys, the audio levels in that promo are not good. The music is too loud."
Oh shoot. Okay. Cool.
All right. So anyway, it doesn't matter. We're going to play the video again at some other point.
Yeah, we'll fix it.
But that'll be fine. Guys, what are you looking forward to for more of this retro stuff?
I don't know. More. Well, I want more monsters. I want better.
What kind of monsters? Putties? Not putties.
Not putties. Please don't wear putties.
They're
We're
not
done with
monsters. They're
those.
just henchmen.
Yeah, better monsters of the week and maybe better weapons. We'll see.
Ooh.
Daniel?
I want a little bit of a character progression, but ultimately I want some really fun fighting. I want some fun. I just want fun.
I like the episodes where the Rangers hate the other Rangers because they get a spell and they don't like each other.
Oh boy.
All right, so what are the next episodes we are doing for the Retro Ranger wrap-up, which is going to be Sundays at 1 o'clock every week. And then Saturdays, you also have the regular Ranger wrap-up, which currently right now we're talking about Power Rangers Hyperforce. Man, Lucius really wants me to throw your charger across the room.
What?
Keep saying, it's like the third time. Please throw the charger across the room, please.
I'm a monster? Lucius, if I had control of the chat, I'd block you. So, I'm a monster. I'll drag you. No! No! God, people!
Surprise.
What?
A pig surprise.
A pig surprise?
Oh, I know what that is!
What?
Something fishy.
Something fishy.
I know what
think I
that
know
is.
what that is. All right, then what are they?
Blizzards.
And
Lions, Lions and Wizards?
Blizzards.
Lions
Yeah,
and
I know about that
Wizards.
one. So, the pig surprise is Pudgy Pig.
Nope, that was the Pudgy
Or
Pig.
no. Well, it's the pig with the armor.
Larry Newbill says
the helmet
you
on.
guys should role play in the Megazord cockpit JDF at PMC. I know, Daniel. I almost guarantee you this: when we get into that when we get in that cockpit, Daniel's gonna pretend that he's JDF and he's gonna pretend somebody's Trini and
No,
punch him.
I just
and
want
they're gonna go
JDF.
fly.
I just want JDF to punch me, so I can pretend I'm Trini and follow. That's all. I just want that to happen.
Yes, and if you guys want to send
Great
in your
moments.
promposals for Power Morphicon 2018, you can send them to fanquestions at fanquestions at thathashtagshow.com.
Yeah.
Again, that is fanquestions at thathashtagshow.com. Send in your promposals. We'll air them next week on the Ranger wrap-up on Saturdays. Probably air them again on Sundays. But check it out live, and we'll probably play... Oh, is that Josh? Josh, I need your help. Can you... help JD figure out to play Carlos's video. The audio is kind of messed up.
No sound.
We'll play it and then we'll go off the air.
Yeah. Okay.
They're gonna figure out Carlos's audio one
So-
more time.
Oh, jeez.
MJ Spud, just saying, if I can manage to go to Power Morphicon, I would love to go with Elle. Just saying, I thought MJ Spud was doing this thing with Shadowbird. What happened to that?
Oh, I don't know.
He cheated.
I don't know.
I thought they were like supposed to be going
MJ
together.
Spud's kind of.
Well, you can send in a video, MJ.
Yeah. She's gonna have to choose out of suitors. So you have to.
And any of you ladies in there in the chat, Daniels also doesn't have a date, so you could just fan questions at thathashtagshow.com.
All this.
Yeah, but please
this.
make sure the format is MP4 or MOV
Right there.
when you send in these videos. Now, Carlos, I should say, the Gremlin, we are still trying to get your full video, the audio working
Gremlin,
perfectly.
I love it. Every time he's like, Carlos, Gremlin.
Carlos is a Gremlin.
Yeah, well, him and Jezzer.
Him and Jez are the Gremlin
The
twins.
Gremlin twins.
Which one's Spike and which one's the dude with the crazy ass?
Oh, that's cool.
Damn, MJ, we're going to tell Shadowbird. Everyone in the chat's like, damn, MJ. They're going to tell Shadowbird. Rat you out,
They're
dog.
dragging you right now, man. Oh, everyone's like, I'm gonna tell.
He must
Why do you
have
guys
known.
gotta be snitches, man?
He
Come
must
on,
have known that Shadowbird wasn't going to be on the chat
guys,
today.
just be quiet, guys. Don't snitch.
Huh?
Don't snitch.
Snitches
Yeah.
get stitches.
Yeah, snitches get stitches, guys. Just shh. Don't say anything. It's gonna be perfectly fine.
It's me, Carlos Martinez, and this is my promposal video, and I would like to officially ask Cap Bloodgood to the Power Morphicon Angel Grove Prom.
Oh, I thought we were still clapping in background.
Everyone's saying the cat already said no.
What? Oh, dude!
We don't know if that's true or
God,
not.
you guys
We gotta
are
get
so
an official
harsh.
response. We gotta get an
That
official
is so
response.
hard.
So, Kat, now it's on you to make a response video. We want to
Kat.
see that response video. You can send that into fan questions at thathashtagshow.com. Also, if you want to put your promposals, listen, I'm going to say this realistically, guys. It'd be best not to ask actual Power Rangers.
Don't, guys. Trust
Mainly
me.
because we're assuming that a
don't
lot
know
of them are
yeah.
going with people currently. Like, somebody wanted to ask Christina Maston. She's married, so she's probably going to go with her husband.
Yeah, don't.
But, guys, we do recommend sending those videos in. However, both of these guys are available, so you can send in as I'm selling them all.
Yeah, hey. Figure this out, man. Figure this out. I mean, it depends. And I may say no. Who knows? I won't, though. I'm desperate. But, I mean, who knows, you know? So, send in your videos, requests, etc. You'll get a whole lot of them. And what else?
And thank you so much for the super chats today. Saying thank you guys so much for tuning in and bringing back the Retro Range wrap up. This show is fun. I mean, it's just it's nostalgia. It's a walk down memory lane.
Yeah.
But thank you guys so much for joining us again. Sundays, 1:00. We will be here 1:00 Pacific Standard Time. We will be here talking Power Rangers with you guys. Until then, where can we find you guys on social media?
Just Instagram, Elle.t.
And Instagram, Battlestar Galactica.
I love that name.
And at that hashtag Joe, and you can find me over at Screen Rant. Just interviewed Thor himself, Chris Hemsworth. But guys, thank you so much for joining us. Please like, share, and subscribe, and keep it right here to stay up to date with everything trending
in geek pop culture.